everybody, it's Emily at Arrrgh Schooling, and today I'm excited because I'm going to share with you the next 4 months of reading for the Arrrgh Booked Book Club. So the Arrrgh Book Club runs January through October. So we take the last 2 months of the year off. It's the holidays. I feel like we don't need to do anything those months. We have enough going on. I've been sharing the books with you in like segments each third of the year or so. So today I'm going to share with you the last 4 books of the year. I was not sure what to do. I had so many options and I could not decide. So I ran a series of polls on my Instagram to have you guys help me vote so we could narrow down between some options. I want to read all the things. So you voted, and I'm excited to share with you what we're going to be reading. In July, we are going to be reading Wayward by Amelia Hart. I am so excited about this book. I need to read it. So I knew this needed to be a book club selection because that's one of the main ways I can force myself to pick something up. So this is about witches, but they have this nature magic, I think, if I'm reading the synopsis correctly. And so we're following 3 different women over 3 different time periods. So we have a present day person, we have a woman living in the 1600s, we have a woman living during World War II. And their stories are all connected with this magic, which is called Wayward. I could not be more excited to read this. It ticks off so many boxes for me. It's historical, it's got magic, it's multiple time periods that we're weaving together. I love that in a book. So this sounds like it's going to be great. I've been hearing really good reviews too. So it also ticks off so many prompts for the Build Your Library Reading Challenge. So that's exciting. Then in August, we're taking a bit of a different turn. And we're going to be reading something a little bit darker. And that is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I had 2 options for this because I want to read both of this author's newest books. Babel came out last year and Yellowface just came out. And I'm like, oh, which one? I knew I wanted to read one of them for book club. I just couldn't decide. So you guys voted and it was really close. This was a really close poll. I was nervous that it was going to end up in a tie and I would have to still decide. But thankfully, this one won by a couple of votes. So Babel is another historical-ish book with magic. So it's set in the early 1800s, I think. Yeah, in 1828. And it's in this alternate version of England where there's magic. And this has to do with colonization and a lot about words and how words have power. And the tagline is, can powerful institutions be changed from within, or does revolution always require violence? Again, I've been hearing so many good things about this. I've been dying to pick it up. So I'm excited that we're going to be reading this together in August. Then in September, we're going to be reading a book that has just the minute I knew it existed, I had pre-ordered it. So I've been anticipating this book for ages. And that is Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. We read 1,000 Ships, I think 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I'm not sure now. And that was one of my favorite books we read that year. And so I've been really excited to read something else by this author. And you guys know I'm a sucker for Greek mythology retellings. Honestly, any mythology retelling, but there's so many Greek ones. And so this is another mythology retelling. And this is a Medusa story, which I am just so excited about because that is a character in mythology that I just find really interesting and intriguing. So that is what this is. I cannot wait to read it with you guys and see if I like this just as much, maybe more than 1,000 Ships, which was just so good. For the last book of the year, I always try to choose a book for October that hits all the spooky vibes without being too scary. Because I know a lot of you do not want to read horror, straight horror, because I get it. It's not for everybody, but I love horror. And I wanted to choose something that I felt fit that, it's creepy, but not too scary. And so I had two options for that. And I want to read both of them. But I'm so glad that you guys picked this one because I really, really want to read it. And that is Grady Hendrix's newest book, How to Sell a Haunted House. I am a huge Grady Hendrix fan. I've read almost all of his books. And so I'm very excited about this one. This is a haunted house story, clearly. But it's supposed to be really weird. It's about a woman going back to her childhood home. I guess her parents have died, and she has to go and clean up their house. And her brother is there to assist, but he's not helpful. And she is dealing with all of the stuff and having to sell a house that doesn't want to be sold. And like her mother, what does it say? Her mother had a lifelong obsession with puppets and dolls. So right there, I'm like, ooh, that's gonna get weird. That's one of those things that I find really creepy. I'm not afraid of dolls necessarily, but I do find them disturbing when there's a lot of them all together in a space. So, too many eyes, I don't know. But I feel like this is gonna hit the spooky vibes without maybe being too scary. So I feel like, did we read another Grady Hendrix together? I cannot remember if we did. If not, I'm excited to share that with you guys. But if so, let's do it again. I just think his books are so fun and quirky. So that is what we're going to be reading for the rest of the year. I have them all right here in my little stack. These are all books that I have just been so excited to pick up. And I just need that push to make me read them. I get to read them with all of you and we get to hang out and talk about it together. So if you are not involved in the Arrrgh Book Club, but you want to be, there's like no rules or anything to join. Just, pick up the book and read along with me. I do have a Discord that if you want to join that, you can do so. Just send me a message and I will give you a link for the Discord. And nothing fancy there. We just, that's where we can talk about the book in real time as we're reading. And then the first Saturday of the following month, we do a live show here on my YouTube channel where we can talk about the book and share our thoughts. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be reading the rest of the year. We're reading Wayward in July, Babel in August, Stone Blind in September, and How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix in October. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know down below which book you're the most excited about, and we can chat about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye.